As we are continuing the off season here in whirlyball, we are getting geared up for NFL season. And I figured with the NFL right around the corner, everyone loves a good top 10 list. So Chill and I are going to be collecting our brains, mashing those bad boys together to come up with the two top 10 lists, the definitive list of defenders and offensive players in whirly ball. So as you join us tonight on the What in the World podcast East Edition, I want you to strap up and make sure that you got some ice because some people are gonna get butt hurt tonight. Let's ride on in, baby. Welcome in to What in the World, the East Edition, and as some people deemed it, the real edition, where we likes to keep it a buck on the show. It is NFL is right around the corner. So in this little bubble of a community, I figured since every year the NFL likes to release top 10 lists of basically every metric and category of all they think of, I figured it would be appropriate that my co-host and I, Chill Man, sit down and collaborate and see if we can't come up with the top 10 list of defenders and offensive players here in Whirly Ball, and obviously mention some honorable mentions, some up and comers as we go down the list. So yeah, I figured it would be a fun topic to discuss amongst the community, and hopefully we could rouse some people up, which is obviously my goal here on the East edition of the podcast. So joining me tonight, of course, is my co-host, Chill Man. Chill, what's going on, brother?
Oh, not much. Like you said, the real edition. Some people are gonna like what we got to say. Some people will not like what we got to say. But I'll tell you right now, I didn't fucking make any of my lists, so don't come at me. All right. So, um, again, if you don't like it, do your own damn top 10 list. Just to let you know, if you're not playing an A, you ain't on the list. You want to stop the episode now? You didn't make the cut. All
No,
right.
no, 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 no. Well, let's stop the discrimination here, Chill. Okay,
We're
because
the real edition.
there's some quality players in B and C and D. Okay, well,
Yeah,
I mean,
they're cool.
he said they're cool.
Yeah, they're cool. But again, we're making a top 10 list, all right? You don't see anybody from the European League on the NFL top 100 list, all right? You ain't
Well,
see
that they're
you
two
don't see
different
any
leagues.
XFL players, all
They're two
right?
different leagues. I
Well,
mean,
same thing.
that doesn't define them as a player. It defines them
Yeah.
as where they're at in their journey, their careers.
Listen, I'm sure there's a lot of up and coming great players, and they're going to make it to A, and they can make it to the list eventually, but not today. Again, I didn't make my own damn list. I'm still changing my one list as we speak with this a tasty adult beverage in my hand.
Well, listen, like the cool thing about it is it's 100% opinionated. So I mean, there's no real definite there's no definitive this is the overall best of the best or the worst of the worst. You know, like we are subject to opinion and we have the right to express that here because we decided to set up the equipment, put on the headset and get behind the microphone. So again, if the offer still stands, of course, if anybody wants to jump on our podcast or the 17 other podcasts that have spawned from What in the World created by Mark and Noah and Steve, man,
I
just
mean, we're
reach
one
out, we're
we're
here.
yeah, we're one of the 17, but we're the real one.
Hey, I like to pride myself at sparking the generation of saying we can create our own podcast because while we appreciate everything that Steve and the boys have done, like I decided to wanted to branch off and do my own thing with their blessing, and now like 50 other people are doing it. So, but again, we're just here to keep it real. So hopefully our topics are interesting enough. Again, the offer stands. If anybody wants to join us on a podcast episode, by all means, hit us up. We're more than happy to have you. Interviews, questions, whatever you want. Just Come on in. Come on
All
in.
we ask is that you have a working microphone and don't be boring.
Well, some people are just naturally boring people. I mean, like I would say within the whirly ball community, we're not. There's not really too many people that are like wallflowers in whirly ball. I think a
That
lot of
I mean
people are
that's
still making
true.
names for themselves to be recognized in the community, but for the most part, we're pretty uppity, to say the least.
I mean that you're not wrong, but again, we real edition.
We're just here to have some fun, and that's what it boils down to. So, and so as you know, every year the NFL likes to put out these top 10, top 50, top 100 players list, and then it's up to the local radio stations to completely bitch about why Myles Garrett is leagues better than TJ Watt, even though he's not. And then they get to go back and forth about who's one, who's two, why Deshaun Watson is a not a top 30 quarterback in the NFL, even though he's a starter, things like that. But
Well, he's trash.
I mean, we all agree on that, and we're from Cleveland, so
Yeah, you get questions like, how does San Francisco have 7 of the top 30 players and lose the Super Bowl? Kansas City don't even have a player on the list yet
how sad,
until the
how
top
sad.
10 when they get Kelsey, Jones, and Mahomes. But that's beside the point.
Yes, that's beside the point. Because I mean, we can spew all the NFL knowledge we want to on our other podcast that will be opening up here soon. So if you're in the NFL, DFS, anything NFL related, please make sure to subscribe to the other podcast hosted by myself and Chill and our other friend Baker. It is called the DFS Deli. So if you want to get in there, make sure when you're done listening here, you subscribe over there.
This is what we call in the business a cheap plug.
Ah, yes, the old Mick Foley. Right here in Cleveland, Ohio. Woo!
He said the name of my city.
I live here. I live here. It's me. But yeah, I'm excited to get that going. NFL, like I said, right around the corner. My favorite season of the year. But again, we play whirly ball, so we got some things to discuss. First item on the docket, I should say, is the What in the World podcast. The Seattle Boys did release another episode. I listened this morning into the afternoon at work. So once you're done checking us out, if you haven't checked them out yet, make sure you go over there and check them out. Very in-depth interview with Jeff Jackson. So that was very cool to listen to. And I hope more interview-esque type podcasts are going to be on the market. I know that what is it? Chicago still has in name their podcast, but they haven't released anything yet. Correct?
I believe they're working on it.
Okay.
I didn't see a date or anything. I just know they're working on it. If you've yet to listen to the Texas one that was released a little bit ago, go listen to that. That was entertaining.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. We haven't discussed that yet, have we? Because we haven't
yeah,
been
that
back.
one was hilarious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you enjoy that?
I did. I mean, like my family got roasted on it a little bit. I thought it was hilarious. I could take a joke, so kudos to them. I'm here, so it was a good time. I had it going. I was playing it at work. I laughed my ass off, and I thought it was a good time. So
It was an interesting
kudos to them.
perspective. Yeah, it was an interesting perspective. I enjoyed it. So I hope they don't stick to their word and are one and done. I hope they come back for, just if it's just sheer entertainment or sheer roast, I would like to at least get maybe once a couple months just to hear from the boys because they are really good behind the mic. So shout out to those guys. That's for sure. I enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
enjoyed it. But I hope the
I
Chicago
enjoyed.
guys got something cooking and I hope we can continue to grow this little community that we have going on here at Whirly Ball. So appreciate all y'all that listen and subscribe and do the things that help generate the buzz behind Whirly Ball.
I agree.
So Chill. You were I gave you the homework assignment. We mentioned it
It's
we mentioned it a few weeks ago actually that we were going to be doing something like this, but tonight was the night that we decided to sit down and actually talk about it because again, I get motivated when the boys over in Seattle put out an episode. So I'm like, I got to get behind the mic, get a little topic going. So you had 3 things to do, Chill. You had 3 things. I needed you to give me a top 10 list of defenders in our game.
that's the hard one.
a top 10 list of offensive players in our game,
Easy-ish.
and to formulate your dream team,
I got two
which
for
again,
that.
you're playing on. Like, you can't take 5 and then watch them play.
I
No,
can't.
you
You're
have
saying
to
I can't bring
mesh.
them. I can't bring them to water.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't ref.
Exactly. You can't ref. You can't watch these
It's,
5 guys play. No, you're on the court with these other 4 gentlemen and or women in our sport.
unless if
Okay.
it's a Seattle team, then I'm allowed to ref. But if Clint's playing, I'm not allowed to ref. Too aggressive with the rules, like calling them.
There's no such thing as being aggressive. He's following the protocol.
Hey, I mean, what can you do?
Exactly. Play the game and make sure you don't extend, chill, and you'll be all right.
I extend. Everybody knows I extend.
I like how it's a running joke in the
Yeah, dude.
community.
It's a running joke, and the refs still like the refs are in on the joke. They still don't call it.
Fair. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, baby. Let's get into it. Let's debate the top 10 list in whirlyball right now. So, of course, I'm going to start with the harder list for you in defenders. So these are not, we set the precedent of these are not just pure goalies. These are guys that are primarily goalies, but can play stout defense no matter where they are on the court. Okay. So just because you're stuck in the hole doesn't mean you automatically qualify for the list. And just because you sometimes play goalie and sometimes do this and that, the other, that does qualify you for the list. But again, primary function is that on your team, you are not required to put ball in bucket. You are required to prevent ball from going in bucket. So chill. Number 10 on your list.
All right.
Who you got?
Well, hey, I think we have to state that the people on this list are people that played at the last nationals.
Yes. That is a great point.
So
These
if
are
you're
active roster
yeah,
players.
so if your
Last
name's
national.
Mike Wall, Driscoll,
Yeah.
Trevor, Rich, Billy O, you ain't on the list. You didn't make the cut. Again, these are active players, play at nationals, make the damn list.
Yes, thank you for reminding me of that caveat. I appreciate you remembering that because some people are going to be at home like, wait a minute, I'm a better goalie. Were
Yeah,
you at Chicago last year?
yeah,
Then you ain't get. If you come to Seattle next year and we
yeah,
do the updated list,
yeah. So
you might hear your name.
so the 800 Seattle Hall of Famers, they can make the list. All right.
It's not that many of them yet, bro.
Not yet. Fuck.
I said yet. Didn't I say yet?
Yeah.
I said yet. Anyway, chill.
So number
Number
10.
10 on your list, bro. Who
Number
you
10.
got?
This would be cool if we could do like a cutoff, a segue at number 10. And just
Listen,
show
hey, listen. Hey, side note. I did try to find soundboards for that. And let me tell you, the internet is not friendly when it comes to free stuff. Make sure you log in, subscribe. $5 a month, $10 a month, $30 a month. Hey, how about you kiss my ass? I record in about an hour. So just
I'd
know,
send you the $5.
just know, yes, there should have been a cutaway for just deep, dramatic guy in background. Number 10, 10, 10.
All right. My number 10. This man finally played some goalie in Unlimited this year. We all kind of wonder why he doesn't do it more often. Could be an absolute juggernaut back there if he so chose to be. Let's go from Texas. Ross is number 10.
Ross Wonderlick, number 10 on Chill's list, and he is also number 10 on my list. And we have Ross so low because, like you said, he has made the transition to picker primarily. But we all know as a defensive force how long he is, how active he is on the defensive end. So we got to put him down this low because, again, his primary function has shifted. But because of the performance that he did in Unlimited, playing back for the most part, although he did creep up a few times when they needed him, he's he's a force. He's a force when it comes down to down low. So number 10, you and I agree. Ross Wonderlick from Texas slots in at the number 10 spot. Anything else we need to say about Ross before we move up the list?
Yeah, play more goalie because that would be cool. So I can move you up the list.
I
That'd
think
be cool.
I think he would take a surge up the list.
Yeah, I think you're better than some of the people I have in front of you, but since you don't play it, it's your loss. You're 10.
But by default, because of how like good he actually is and
Yeah,
could be,
dude,
he made the list. Like he had
yeah,
to make the list.
yeah, he did great. He's kind of got like the Jordan Love going, where like you had a good 8 games.
He had a half of a great season
Yeah,
and you paid him.
yeah, he got paid. Don't even get me started
So
on
he got
football.
paid as the number one. So you're saying if he played primary goalie, he would be number one?
I think he has the potential to do so. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. 100%. 100%. 100,000%.
Like
Yes.
his upside is through the roof. Like
Facts.
it's a high. He's got a high ceiling. He's got a high ceiling.
Is that like because he's that tall? Is that a tall joke?
No,
Okay, it could have been. Could have made it one.
he's.
Anyway, let's move on to dramatic guy in the number 9 spot.
I'll let you go first for number
Oh,
9.
chill. You want to let me to go to number 9 because it's time to toot my own horn, baby. I'm coming in at number 9. And here's why. In C, even though I played C, but I played B before, I could have made the A team with Shaw, et cetera, et cetera. But because my primary function literally wasn't playing defense this year, when I did get stuck back, there's nobody in that division that had more blocks than me. And it wasn't close. When I'm back there, I'm scary. I'm very active on defense. You know this. And it was literally several teams in C were just like, stop shooting on this cat and move to the other side. So I'm going to toot my own horn because I've been playing a lot of defense for the years that you've played with me, that you've known me. Hell, you go against me in practice all the time.
I
So
do.
you
I
you
do.
know what I can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? And I want to bring up my boy BJ with the ringing endorsement. He said, I am the toughest goalie he has ever faced that is under 6 foot tall. So even with the caveat, I appreciate the shout out. So I'm slotting myself in at number 9. Chill, who you got?
All right. So at number 9, I'm gonna give this individual. I'm gonna give him some credit here. This man has played goalie since the day I met him. Since I think he was on the team Mean Green, which I think was that was a 2012 Plano team. I think that's when he started playing. Uh,
Mean Green.
I
All
think
right.
it was Mean Green, man. I don't know. So somebody in the chat or in the comments can uh, fact check me on that one. I'm
Yeah,
going with
yeah, yeah.
one Kyle Phillips.
Kyle Phillips. Yeah, I like that pick.
I feel like I got to give the man some flowers. I've played against this man the majority of my whirlyball life.
Mm-hmm.
We've had some epic battles down there. Again, good goalie, solid, willing to play as a good team. His deep shot is better than his short range shot. Within 2 welds, he can't shoot. 4 welds, he's solid. I think it's like almost every goalie, minus a couple of them that we'll get to, I'm sure.
He is a good
Uh,
3-point shooter. He's got range. He's got
so yeah,
range.
I'm sliding with one Kyle Phillips.
I like that pick. Very active on defense. Of course, the signature pink hat and probably the best referee we have in the game, Kyle Phillips. Moving on to number 8. Number 8. 8. Chill, back to you. Who you got at number 8?
I got Cleveland's own. I got the Slim Reaper. I got one Jarrett Dobies.
Jared's 8 feet tall.
He's a good goalie though.
But
Ross is taller.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
But again,
You're
we
right.
know why he's number 10.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah, that's
honestly,
fair.
honestly, without really checking, I do believe Jarrett probably got the most blocks in A. Truthfully,
Mm-hmm.
again, a lot of people's first time playing him, so that that may have a lot to do with it. So I got Jarrett here at number 8. Reason why I probably don't have Jarrett a little bit higher is probably this probably driving a little bit. Um, Obviously, with us being new in A, we all got to get better at driving. So that's a us thing more than a him thing.
Sure.
But I mean, we've all seen Jarrett's his TikToks. We'll see him more as the the
He
goat
does.
made it, Sam made it, Joe may have made it.
He does put people on the highlight reel.
He does put
That's
people on
true.
the highlight reel. We know Timmy's made it, so yep, I'm going with Slim and number
Only
8.
only reason why I would put Slim as an honorable mention is because I'm so used to playing with him at home, and his primary function is offense. So I get it. He's a terror when it comes to defense because of his length, and he's very, very quick when it comes to getting out of his car and disrupting passes and things like that. I feel like he's one of the two-way players that you can count on. If I would remake this list in a year, I would probably put him on it, or because our primary functions are different. Like, let's say if there was a time where Jared and I play together, because again, in Cleveland we do play together. He ain't on defense. I'm playing defense. So, but
Hey,
I get your logic. It makes 1,000% sense, 100%. And again, who else puts out highlight reels of the blocks?
yeah,
These
and the
aren't.
only reason why I have him ahead of Kyle is because the one game we did play Kyle, I think Jarrett dunked on him for like 8 in a row.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
it's fair. It has nothing to do with the defensive side of the ball, but I can't put one guy over the other if the other guy was fucking shitting on him.
Well, which is why this man comes in at the number 8 position. Speaking about getting shit on for a little bit, but otherwise solid, I'm going with KB from Texas as number 8 on my list. Minus Ross absolutely destroying him, he's a solid defender. He's very tough to move, active scoop, and again, he knows his role on the squad. So I gotta say, KB, and again, I think you mentioned KB about one of those guys that's just like for some reason he's tough to shoot around. He always gets you, things like that. He's very, very active, nimble when it comes to the car. I would have slotted him higher if it wasn't for Ross embarrassing him.
I mean, and that's fair. Yeah, KB, lovable guy. At one point was a rival. I do think I won this year in terms of that rivalry. But hey, nothing against KB.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, we go into number 7, 7, 7, 7. And chill, I gotta define he's probably the definition of active when it comes to defense. Okay, at number 7, I'm going with Seattle's on John Weber on the A championship team. Again, I feel like he filled the role that they needed, being handsy, being active, excellent driver. And we've known him being on the defensive end for years and years and years. This year, on top of his solid defense, the opportunities that he had to even put the ball in the bucket, he capitalized on. But as a defender, he is a menace. And again, very active when it comes to defense. No one's out driving John Weber. Okay. And if it happens, it's rare. So I got to give it up to number 7, John Weber. That's my number 7. Who you got?
All right, so my number 7, it's probably one of the most calmest defenders out there. He's solid, great overall player. It is one. It's Carter from Texas.
Oh, you go get some debates? You putting Carter this low?
Yeah, I got Carter at number 7.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I just think I think the other people I have ahead of Carter are I think they're better.
Mm.
I think I think they're better. This is what the comments are for, bro.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's why it's an opinion-based show. These are not facts. Well, I mean, some of them are facts, by the way. But yeah, I'm not gonna argue with your
Yeah,
logic. Okay.
the man's got the sweet shot there from the 3 point line. He
Mm-hmm.
just lined it up. Uh, Again, good goalie. A lot of the Texas guys obviously do drive their cars really well. Good drivers. So I would give it to one Austin Carter at number 7.
I like it. Number six, 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 six. Who you got, Chill? Number 6 as we climb up the list because there's some people that you've mentioned that I haven't mentioned when they're going to hear their names on the. Is it higher? Did I make the list? I mean, what's going to happen? So you got a number 6.
I got one back-to-back unlimited champ. He's only number 6 because he got cooked by Bolte a little bit. It is one Jordan Huffman.
Ooh, Jordan Huffman. Man, what a solid freaking player all around he is. Menace, like you said, when it comes to defense, can get up tall in a car. Yeah, I mean, no
He's a
debate here.
he's a do-it-all defender for them.
Truly is.
Again, still not ultra great on the offensive side. He can bury shots, but again, I'm sure he'll get way better at that eventually. But obviously, great defender. I got Jordan at number 6.
Well, my number 6 is guy you had lower on your list, but he's higher on mine. I'm going with Kyle Phillips at number 6, all the way up top. Even for a goalie that's basically the same height as me, the guy knows how to be active in the car. He knows how to disrupt passes and plays, breaks up 2-on-1s really well. And I think that anytime you see Kyle back there, you got to think twice about the shot. You might want to back up a weld or two. So I got to go with Kyle being a little higher on my list, bro. I got to do it. I got to do it. Now, my high guys or your lower guys, I'm really interested to see when we get into number 5, 5, 5, 5.
That's you. Who we leading off with? Who's
Oh
in the
man.
top 5?
Oh man, we coming back to Texas because you know the big man with the plan that holds it down wherever he stands. It's gotta be Alex from Texas. Big Doc on the block with the blocks. He is always a menace to deal with, works the living shit out of his car for a bigger gentleman, and he's got the height to back it up. So anytime, once again, you think of Doc and you looking at that 2-3 weld screenshot, think again because you might need to get a little loft on it because Doc is going to send the SWAT back to your block. So I got to go with Doc, number 5.
You know what's funny? We obviously didn't talk about our lists, but at
Correct.
number 5, I got Papa Doc as well.
Yeah. We've agreed 2 times, two times, number 5 and number 10, both Texas guys. What the
Um,
fuck?
Again, Doc is a great defender. Obviously, like you described it, I mean, the man's tall. He does get out of his seat. He can argue that he doesn't or not. You can never tell, but he does cheat a little bit.
We
Again,
all
great
cheat a little bit.
defender. And if I had more alcohol, I would take a drink for Doc. We all know the man operates a movie theater.
I will.
Deadpool and Wolverine came out this past weekend. He probably worked 100 hours, so shout out to him.
Facts.
Also, great movie. For any of those who haven't seen it yet, go. You'll laugh your ass off.
I'm in.
But yeah, Doc comes in at my number 5.
Papa Doc sliding in at number 5. Who you got at number 4? 4.
I got the Hall of Famer, the whirlyball dead mother, one Clint Fisher.
Cliff
The
Fisher.
most the
Cliff
most
Fisher.
aggressive goalie you'll ever see in your life.
Well, Chill, you know, I liked your track so much that I'm going to just go ahead and hit repeat because I got Clint Fisher at number 4. Again, we make fun of the fact how active Clint Fisher is by mimicking and mocking what he does when we're practicing together. Because when I'm in your cart, you best believe I'm yelling Clint Fisher. But
Yeah.
the thing is with Clint is that it's his ball, you have it, and he wants it. So he's coming to fucking get it. Simple as that. So you want to talk about the man that's really willing to give you a kiss? He's so up close in your damn cart every time you got the ball. it's got to be your boy Clint Fisher. So
I
we
mean,
are in agreement on 3 rankings. Chill. Wow.
people talk about Texas players being aggressive. I'm like, y'all ever play against Clint?
Right.
This
Have you
man,
not seen Clint Fisher?
this man will fucking murder you for that ball. Literally,
Facts.
literally. If he could play with a knife, he would. I'm pretty sure he would.
Oh, we would all leave with stab wounds playing against Clint Fisher with a knife.
Yeah, yeah. That dude he'd kill your firstborn for the ball.
Facts. Absolutely. If an unlimited trophy's on the line, your kid is dead, son.
Facts. He may sacrifice his own son for the ball.
Well, he plays now, so it's like
He
maybe.
doesn't care. Clint's getting that ball, bro.
I
He's
agree,
getting that
100%.
block. He's getting to your wrist, your hand, your elbow in the car with you.
Rib
Driving.
cage,
He would
right?
drive with you.
Which brings us to chill number 333. Chill, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and stay on the same team, okay? Because slotted next to Clint Fisher is the man that's slotted next to Clint Fisher. I gotta go with one, Ben Heisel. Always the unlimited team, always the goalie on the unlimited team. Active hands, one of the best drivers in the sport. You got to go solid rock defender Ben Heisel as one of the premier defenders in our game. Chill, who you got?
At number 3, so I'm gonna prep it. Let me say this. So, my top 3, only because I'm putting a little bit more of the defensive things side of it into my top 3.
Hmm?
And truthfully, it's because I didn't want to argue with 2 and 3, so I didn't make either one of them number 1. So my
How you get docked in the rankings because you didn't want to argue the two. I
so
like it.
hopefully I'll just make them both play defense against me next year.
There you go. There you
Be
go.
1, Barrett Davis.
Woo! Barrett made the defensive list.
Hell yeah.
Wow. I like it. I
Yeah,
like
dude.
it.
I mean, again, Barrett's a great defender. That dude's tall. He's up there in terms of length with Jared.
Yeah.
Again, athletic as fuck. Uh, again, I don't mean to curse, but uh, again, great defender. Hard to shoot over. Gets a ton of blocks. Again, kudos to him. But number 3.
Wow. He didn't even make my top 10 because I feel like I think of him so much as an offensive player, then I just left him off the defensive list. So,
Yeah.
you know what? You know what? Chill. I'm going to go ahead and slot him at 11.
You're gonna take Ross out.
No. Ross is staying. Ross is staying. But again, if Ross cherry picks the entire year again, he's off. Right? And we'll find some room for Mr. Barrett. All right. I respect that. So sliding in, we're almost to the home stretch of the defensive side of the ball. Chill. We're ready for number two.
Well, if number 3 should tell you anything about number 2, he's his running mate. They'll never play on the same aim team, but they'll play on the same unlimited team. We ain't talking about Eric. We've already mentioned Jordan. We'll never call him by his legal first name or just his legal first name.
I
It's
get it. I
one
get it.
Joe Tiffany.
Joe Tiffany getting on the defensive side of the ball. Man, like I said, I think my mental has him as an offensive player, but I respect your opinion and it makes a ton of sense just to be that high on defense when he's so known for putting ball in bucket.
I mean, if you ever watch him play, he always starts out as the goalie or on defense, always.
This
And
is
then
true.
he'll start to work his way up. Plus, in unlimited, he did play goalie 90% of the time.
He did have a nice block party. And I have to, yeah, I respect that. I respect that. But I gotta go with the actual, the primary goalie on that squad. I'm putting Jordan Huffman at number 2. Forget whatever bad performance he may have had one time. All I know that he was getting dubs defensively in unlimited dubs. All right.
This,
So
this is
I
where
can't leave.
this is where we need a moderator for our own debate show. Skip, skip,
Skip, skip, skip.
skip.
Now,
Now
skip.
skip.
Now,
Now skip. Now you want to tell me when Jordan was getting cooked, who replaced him?
listen,
You want to tell me?
listen.
Skip.
I'm talking about the man's overall resume. Okay, okay. I'm talking about the man's overall resume. Now you can't sit here and tell me that they don't put him as a primary defender because he can't defend. Okay, the man is blessed on the defensive end. All right. And again, tall, physical, great driver. He's tough to shoot over. And yes, he may have had a bad game, chill. But that's one little blip on the resume. That's one misspelled word on the resume, bro. The rest of them shits is clean.
I got a
And that's
tough
why he's
list.
going to two.
You're a lot kinder on your list.
I am. I'm a nice fucking fellow, bro. Because again, maybe I'm a little more sensitive to the defensive end because that's where I primarily play. So, for now, but I mean, we'll see. I just like the boy Jordan. He can hold it down.
I should
So
lie.
who,
I should lie and put myself number one.
who,
I'm joking.
chill, who, I ask, takes the number one spot on
So
your
for
list?
so for me again, because I was looking at it for more of a true defender. For me, it's going to be one Ben Heisel.
Ben going all the way up to number one on the boys list. Tell me a
Yeah,
little bit about Ben Heisel that I didn't say.
yeah, man. Again, great driver. The dude's tall. He's deceptively quick. He's got really fast hands. Um, does a very good job of communicating to his guys. He's a great voice back there. He gets those guys into position. Coach as well back there, which I think is a lot of underrated. I don't think a lot of people talk about that about him.
Mm,
But again, his positioning is good. Overall, great goalie. I think we both agree. I think he's the best goalie that Michigan has. I think he's a little bit better than Clint.
I had him
Personally,
higher. Yeah, he's better than
um,
Clint.
so I'm going to go with Ben Heisel at number one.
Well, number one, chill on my resume spot list. All right, is taken by the man that you had kind of low on yours, but he's all the way up to the top on mine. I'm talking about one, Mr. Carter, Austin Carter. If I was only want somebody to hold down my defense, if I know I ain't got to turn around because I know it's being held down, it's got to be the boy Carter. And the thing about Carter is not just defense, even though that's what we're talking about. The man can spray threes like no one's business. So give me a little bit of that offense when I need him, and he gets right the hell back on defense, blocking shots, big body to move. I got to go with Carter at number one. Well, chill, we agreed 3 times, 3 whole times on the defensive list. I'm proud of ourselves.
So out of curiosity, because this is always fun, who was on the bubble? Who was looking in?
Oh, on the outside looking in?
Yeah, who was looking in? Who almost
Um,
made the list?
You know what, man? I'm gonna give credit
Who
where
you got
credit is.
11?
I'm gonna give credit where credit is due, man. You know I was gonna put you at number 10 if it wasn't for Ross. I know how much of a menace you are when it comes to playing defense. And like I said, the walking joke is the walking extension that you are. So, I mean, if you made highlight reels and put them on TikTok, I can almost guarantee you got almost as many blocks as our boy Slim Reaper. So I got to say, give credit where credit's due. Spread the love where it's needed. Chill, you are a solid defender out there, and you are in my class too, the under 6 foot tall class. So we're already at a handicap, okay, being short. So
We are.
he makes up for. We might be 5'8", 5'9" in real life, but on the court we get up to 6'4", 6'5". You know what I mean?
I agree. So I think for me, number 11, uh, I had Jace.
Interesting.
Yeah, Jace is a again good goalie, good communicator back there. unfortunately, just his team didn't perform so well. But again, all around tall, good goalie. I think Jace is a little underrated. Again,
Nice.
I think he's a good defender. And then
It's a good pick.
the person I had at number 12, I don't really remember the last time he played defense. He probably rotates it a little bit back and forth, but he's a very good defender when he's back there, and it's Zach Johnner.
Johnner, man. He's
I
just an all around. Like his sliders are literally 90 in every position.
except for the effort level, that's a 99. The work the car,
Oh,
the
fair, fair, fair.
yeah. Johnner is a very underrated defender once he's back there. Again, tall, good reach, deceptively quick, great awareness, smart, always has his car in the right position. Hasn't played defense in a while, like that specifically. But when we first played against each other, that man was a very good goalie. Essentially, got moved up to A because he was an elite level goalie early in his career. So, um, again, Johnner, and at number 13 for honorable mention, I did have the other Doby's brother and Brad Doby's.
Respect, respect. Well, chill. We talked about the guys that prevent the ball from going to the bucket. Now let's talk about the guys that actually have to put the ball in said bucket. Let's go to the top 10 offensive players in whirly ball. You said this list was easy. I said this list was a little more difficult for me. So I would like to see where we unite as one and actually agree on something. So sliding in at number 10, 10, 10. You started off last list. I'm going to start off this one, and I'm going to start in the bloodline. Chill. I'm going to go with Anthony Ola cracking the top 10. Anthony has always been the threat that says, stop that guy. And now that you have such a well-rounded team, it's not just stop that guy, but even in your epic playoff loss, it was literally stop that guy. And when he got past 3 welds, behind half court, he still buried shots like it was nobody's business. Anthony always been the ever-present offensive threat. I got to go with your brother cracking the top 10 at number 10, Anthony Ola. Who you got?
Again, yeah, the bottom of this list was actually really tough. I'm gonna slot this gentleman at number 10. I'm gonna slot one Timmy at number 10.
You put Timmy at 10?
I'm putting Timmy at 10.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
I got Timmy at number 10. Again here, I got to put Timmy at number 10. For me, putting Timmy at 10, uh, it's clear that he needs help.
You got a hell of a list if Timmy's at 10, boy.
I got Timmy at 10. I think the controversial pick might be at number 8, but we'll see. Um, Obviously, Timmy's a great shooter. I think as the years progress, he will obviously move up this list pretty quick. Um, he did get the him and Anthony both met the same treatment in A, so kudos to them in stopping that guy. So again, a shout out to both of them. But I do got one Timmy at number 10. The reason why I do have him at number 10 is because when Timmy has to kind of take over the game and he has to be the guy by himself, that's where he kind of struggles a little bit. Obviously, that's going to be a little tougher in A, but seeing it the past 2 years in B, um, he struggled to do so. I mean, but again, here I'm going to put Timmy at number 10.
I respect it. Let's go over to number 9. Who you got at 9? Chill.
You mentioned them before at number 10. I got one. I got the big brother here. I got my brother. I got Anthony Ola at number 10.
All right, hey man, signs of respect. I got him at 10. You put him up to 9. Still one of those top flight shooters, knockdown, draggy type of guys. So I respect your pick, and I also respect this game. So I can't disagree with the pick, seeing as how they're pretty close to one another on our list. So
Yeah,
Anthony Ola, solid pick.
when you when you have upper players when you're first starting out playing say, "Hey, I want to shoot like that C player," you get a little bonus points with me. Obviously, Anthony's a great shooter. He's got a high shot. Um, I brought us back in the game against James and them by hitting 3 threes in a row there, or 2 threes, whatever it was. Obviously, the rest of us did carry our own weight there.
Absolutely.
He was content with playing defense, so kudos to him. But obviously, somebody who always walks onto the court and all eyes go to him. So thank you for the open looks that you get us by not doing anything. So shout out to you.
Right. Fair game, fair game. Well, this is going to be the first of several Hall of Famers that make this miss, but I'm a list. I'm going to go ahead and mention off one. At number 9, I'm going to go with the Hall of Famer Sam Kim, sliding in at number 9. The only reason he's kind of this low, quote unquote, is that I feel that some people has surpassed the shooting acumen of Sam at this point, but he's still, especially from those tough angles, one of the most consistent knockdown shooters that we still have in the game. Even after all these years, he's still one of the best. But that just shows how A, the game has progressed, and B, how crazy of a list this was to come up with, that we got Sam Kim. I have Sam Kim as number 9 on the list. So, but again, Hall of Famer, can't knock it. So, got to put Sammy at number 9. As
Yeah,
we go ahead.
I mean, I understand it. I think I was just gonna let you know, Sammy, going to be a little bit higher on my list. But I also took into account who did they play with and what would happen if they switched spots.
Let's see, man. Now you're getting a little in depth. I ain't worried about the team stuff. I'm talking about, man, I need you to bang, 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 no matter who you play with. So, I took it into account lightweight, but I mean, Sammy's he's still the one of the goats. You know what I'm saying? He's still up there. So let's slide on into number 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. I think it's my turn on the list to start off with, and this might be controversial, but I'm gonna stay in the same center. I gotta go with one Douglas Joyer. Sorry, man, your
You got him
boy.
at 8? You got him at 8?
I got
I thought it was
Dougie.
controversial when I put him at 8.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Dougie Fresh making both our lists at number 8. One of the most prolific knockdown shooters in the game, and he's improved his post game as well. So, I mean, the man can drop dimes from anywhere on the court. I'm glad we agree. That's one. That's 1 out of 10 so far. So, I mean, I gotta put Doug at 8.
Man.
Go ahead and explain your logic, Chill.
Yeah, so you're gonna have Timmy ahead of Doug.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Oh my god.
Spoiler alert. Timmy's ahead of Doug on the list.
Oh my god. Doug may drop down the C to whip your ass.
I would go up to B to avoid him.
Playing against Doug, just cool, calm, and collected. Great shot. Again, great shooter. He's been a great shooter for a long time now. Fun to play against. Is one of the very few. I didn't get a solid block on him. I got a couple touches. So
it's hard to block. He's tough.
Yeah. Again, good shooter. Again, I do have him ahead of Timmy. Just solely on the fact I think Doug right now can do it a little bit more with less help than what Timmy needs. But again, great shooter. But yeah, I got one Douglas at number 8.
All right, we slide on number 7. Number 7. Who you got?
I have my one and only Texas player on the list.
Only one Texas player made the list. Holy moly, donut shop. Talk to me.
And it's one Mr. Bolte at number 7. again, with the way Bolte performed in Unlimited, I think that has to be taken into account. It had a great showing there, shot well. I think he's Texas's most consistent shooter. Unlike some of the other shooters, I don't think he will shoot a team out of a game. He's kind of not a head case either. He stays calm, cool, and collected. I've seen this man get blocked 2 in a row and then come back and make 3 in a row. He's not thinking about it. He has one of the best post up games, one of the best like fadeaway shots when he just shoots around the back of the car. Um,
Yeah.
again,
Agreed.
I got a reward for the great showing in Unlimited. So again, doing it against some of the best defenders, obviously the game has ever seen. I got to slide the man at number 7.
Man, you got him at number 7. You gonna hate where I have him. Trust me, you'll be waiting a while. But at 7, I got Mr. Deadly Silent Assassin himself from Seattle, Eric LaPlante. I got Easy E sliding at number 7, the quickest trigger in whirlyball, hands down. The man can hit from anywhere, and guess what? You ain't blocking him because he's too quick on that trigger, baby. So I gotta go with Eric on this one, man. He is just deadly. And just when you think he's not prepping to shoot, he's already prepped to shoot. The gun out of the holster before he steps on the court. Okay. He's ready to just slang them shits. So I gotta put Eric at number 7. Gotta put him up there. I actually wanted to slot him higher, but then I'm looking at these other guys like, number 7 still doing him justice. So you ready for number 6? Chill.
I'm ready for number 6. You ready for number 6?
I'm ready for number 6 because you slotted him in on your defensive list where he missed mine because I'm thinking of on the offensive list. I gotta go with Barrett. I got to get Barrett in here. I mean, the man with the left hand, so dominant wherever he stands. You just can't. There's no counting Barrett out. Mr. Intensity on the court. He can just spray from the post, outside, 2, 3, 5 welds. It don't matter. Barrett Davis can put ball in bucket. I gotta put him at number 6. But who you got?
I mean, I got a man from Seattle as well, but it ain't Barrett. His name does begin with a B, though. It's one Brad Peters.
Woo! The man with the post-up plan, the best in-the-key scorer in the game, Brad Peters?
Yeah, again, for me, this kind of goes back to Unlimited again. If you're showing out against the best players in the world, I think you deserve to make the list this year. So I got one Brad Peters at number 6.
I love it.
Again, he had a great showing. Obviously, was a good factor on the A team as well with Joe, John, Raphael, and Christy. So again, I gotta go with Brad Peters.
I like it. I mean, hey, listen, no qualms from me, my friend. No qualms, but I gotta hear who you got at number 5, though. I gotta know.
I got him at number 5, and I don't know how I feel about it at number 5. Again, obviously, this man's had a lot going on in life. And things like that. I don't know how much practice time he has. If this was maybe a couple years ago, I think he would be higher. He is our new Hall of Famer.
New.
It'd be one Jeremy Bennett at number 5.
Jeremy Bennett, the newly christened Hall of Famer. Man, what a great selection that is. So I'm going to stir up a little controversy, Chill, because you ain't say his name yet. I know he's on your list, but I'm going to say it right now, and I'm going to make a couple people mad. Number 5 is the GOAT, James Gill, at number 5. And I only say this because I know the man can still put ball in bucket at a high, consistent level. I just think when other players that are above him on this list, to me, are hotter, they are scorching hot, and they can put more points on the board. Mr. Gill, still known for his post game, that high shot, can shoot it from anywhere on the court and make buckets. He's doing it for a long time. Obviously, one of the Hall of Famers on this list. But I got to slot him in at number 5 because I think there's just, at this point of the game, I just think there's four better shooters, scorers, offensive players than him. So maybe I stir up Scotch versus, maybe I don't. I don't know. We'll see.
I think that may be a little low for the GOAT.
Hey man, I'd still. Hey, listen, he's LeBron. He's still LeBron.
I think he's our MJ.
He could be MJ, but
I think
remember, he ain't in his prime no more.
He's a little bit better than the Wizards.
He ain't in his prime no more. No, he definitely ain't. He ain't Wizards. He ain't Wizards level yet. All right, he ain't Wizards level yet. Let's move on. Let's move on to number 4, man. Let's move on to number 4. Let's see what we got here because you mentioned him at number 5. I'm gonna put him right at number 4. I gotta go with the newly christened Hall of Famer Jeremy Bennett. Number 4. When the man is hot, he wins titles by himself. He was a little cold this year. Maybe that's not, indicative of his play overall as the Hall of Famer that he is. But I've seen the man literally set an entire building ablaze with his shots. So I can't knock the guy for a down year. So I got to put Mr. Bennett, number 4, on my list. Who you got, number 4?
At number 4, I still think, as of today, and I think this will change, I think, in the next year or two. But still the most feared shooter in Michigan is still one Sam Kim.
Oh, you got Sam up the list. Okay.
All right. I still see the Seattle teams. Again, they double Sam. They don't let Sam shoot. Anytime you played Sam's team this year, it was literally stop Sam. Yes, he had other players on that team, but again, they didn't have another elite level shooter yet on that team. Obviously, BJ's first year in A, Beckett without a center. But again, man, Sam will still get my respect there at number 4. Obviously, Sam has Timmy and Doug kind of calling up the list here, but I'm still going to slide in Sam at number 4. Obviously, with Jeremy, we'll see what center or if he plays next year. Again, he's going to become a family man now, but again, I'm rolling with one Sam Kim at number 4.
And nothing wrong with selecting a Hall of Famer right outside the top 3, but now that we're here, number 3, show who you slotting in with the elite of the elites.
It's a resume pick.
Resume. You're putting the credentials in front. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, because I still think if you still ask everybody, everybody I think is still taking one James Gill.
The GOAT has made the top 3 in Chill's list. Okay.
I mean, right. James obviously. He just got, I believe, going into nationals, he just got that shoulder surgery. James' team is still one to be feared with James. He's still the scariest person that I think when you're literally sitting on the 3-point line at the beginning of the halftime or the game and there's not a damn thing you could do about it. You automatically just think you're going down 3. Obviously, he cooked our team, me included. Shout out to James. I think with James right now, obviously, just with age and maybe some health there, I got to slot James in at number 3. Still, one of, if not one of the most feared offensive players in the game still today.
I love it. I'm not going to knock a Hall of Famer, okay? I'm not going to be like, you can't put that guy there. I mean, come on. He's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I got to respect that. But here's the pick that you're going to hate. Here's the pick that a lot of people are going to hate. And I don't give a damn. I watched and commentated that A championship game, and the team was put on this dude's back. You need to rewatch that series of games because you clearly didn't see Timmy put the whole squad on his back and almost take A. This man was on a literal bender when it comes to shooting. No matter what angle it was, the dude was knocking it down. And I'm not saying just based off that game, but I think the resume was, I think his stamp was cemented. I think he got the seal of approval after that game because, man, as much as like I really can't stand the dude. Actually, I think he's a decent guy, but on the court, different story. But this dude can literally put a whole team on his back, which he did, by the way. As far as ascending scorers, we've all known his reputation from C and what he did in B and whatever, which was not a lot, but he still needed a little team around him. He got another team with Doug and Austin, to A and got to the championship based off him putting ball in bucket. So as far as ascending shooters, he's like the new hotness. You know what I'm saying? He's the young gun. He's Anthony Edwards. That's who I would compare him to right now.
he's an Ant-Man.
Yeah, he's Ant-Man. He's the Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? So Timmy has cracked the top 3 in my book. I gotta go with Timmy. Hurts me to do it, but I gotta go with Timmy.
Listen, I'm not gonna argue against it, but I just put New Blood at 10.
Hey man, I like the new blood, man.
I gotta put New Blood at 10.
Like the new blood. The old guard is changing over. It's changing over. So we got 2 slots left, Chill. There's one dude that you and I have not said yet. Is he here or is he at 1? Joe Tiffany's at number 2 for me.
Well, you put him at number 2.
At number 2. At number 2.
Ooh.
One of the best high shots in the game, can spray from anywhere on the court. Again, James Gill wants to take credit for teaching him that high shot. Guess what? You made it a hot line, James. Joe Tiffany made it a hot song. That's what he does. But he's just not quite at the number 1 spot. I wanted to put him there, but it pains me to say that he's going to go with 2 in my book. Who you got at number 2?
Damn.
Yeah.
That's gonna get some that's gonna get some love in the comments.
I'm here for it.
Hilarious. At number 2, I don't think anybody has the question who I got at number 1. I got number 1's running mate. I got one Barrett Davis at number 2.
Okay. Hey man,
I got Barrett Davis at number 2. Again, high shot. I saw him single-handedly put away Texas with about, was it 7 threes, 8 threes. Again, great shot, high shot. Has one of, if not the best race shot in the game right now. And has one of the best post-up games. Tall reach. If that man posts you up, you're done. Don't care who you are. So I'm going to take one Barrett Davis there at number 2.
And finally, since we've already spoiled your number 1, do you need to sing the praises of Joe Tiffany any more than we've done?
We gotta give the man his flowers.
Go right ahead. Tell me why. Tell me why he's your number 1.
Obviously, I think Joe would credit. I don't know how much he would credit to James, but obviously Joe is one of the most, if not the most well-versed player in the game right now. Again, can knock down, post-up game, high shot, three-pointer, doesn't matter. All eyes on him when he's coming down the court. You want to talk about the looks Anthony opens up for us. I can't imagine the looks he opens up for some of these other guys. Unselfish offensively. I think right now he's just the best overall offensive player in the game. I have him ahead of Barrett solely on the fact that I think Barrett's a little more streakier than Joe is. I think Joe's more consistent right now than Barrett. but obviously going to Seattle, I'm sure Barrett will shoot just fine. Just a hunch.
You
Uh,
think?
um, but I think Joe's is more consistent. I think Barrett has a little more off games than Joe does, but obviously both are amazing offensive players. But yeah, I got to put Joe Tiffany at number one, bro. Again, doesn't matter where on the court. He's literally a walking bucket. I got one Joseph Tiffany at number one.
I respect that. Obviously, it was a tough debate for me to put him at number one or do I slot him at number two? Because again, you had him, and I'm mad at you because you put him a little too low on the list.
I had him just right,
No,
bro.
no, 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 no,
I
no,
had him
no, no,
just
no.
right.
No,
Skip,
no, 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 no.
Stephen A.
Now. Listen. If a Texas player is gonna make it, he going all the way to the top. Chris Bolte is my number one. And I'll tell you why.
Hey, hold on, real quick. If your team had the number one offensive player and the
Yeah.
number two defensive player,
Yeah.
all right, so number one offense, number one defense, they were on the same team. Where'd they
Yeah.
finish? Where'd they finish?
In A or in unlimited?
Oh no, hey,
Where did they finish?
they got knocked out by Barrett and his 8 threes.
Hey man, is the team
Stephen
comprised?
A.
Is the team
Stephen
is the
A.
team comprised? Is the team comprised of two? Now, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute.
Stephen A.
Is the team comprised of 2 players or 5 players? They make up 2 players on a 5-man team. I'm not saying it's anybody else's fault, but when you put number one with number one, you must be surrounded by some number 50s. Okay?
You got Doc's on that team.
Doc was what I put him at defender 5.
He was
Man,
5.
that team underachieved. That team underachieved, man. Oh my god.
I wonder if they're just all blaming Brad Reading.
Right, Ross is in our top 10. Like, oh, he was on the other team. He was on another team, right?
No, Ross was on.
Oh wait,
that
Ross
team.
was on that team. He was picking. Oh my god.
It gets worse.
It gets worse. Oh man, it's Brad's fault. It must be Brad's
fault.
Ah,
Damn it, Brad.
damn it. All these all-stars we done picked up on both our lists respectively. And maybe I'm just a Texas fan. Maybe I'm just a Texas fan.
I mean, you mentioned Flores as one of your favorite players.
I'm just a Texas player. Oh,
I mean,
we'll get to that, chill. We'll get to that.
I get to see. I think Joe Tiffany might be on the flight here to confront you again.
Listen, man, I love Joe
That
Tiffany.
man wasted 10 seconds seeing you in the center and had a word with you.
Several words with me.
Again, all in fun, Brad Reading. I don't know how your team got knocked out other than Barrett hit a shit ton of threes. Probably not your fault.
Was so good.
It's a great team. It was fun to play against.
Fudge, dude. Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, I blocked Ross.
And back to the original point. I think Bolte is just a menace, no matter where, how he's shooting. Again, he's got one of the best step back games in the whirlyball. Can hit from anywhere on the court. I mean, just like a lot of these guys, all of these guys, actually. But I mean, just one-on-one, the dude is damn near unstoppable. So I mean, I gotta factor that into there. And again, the unlimited performance, probably same thing. But yeah, I got to take Bolte as my number one, man. I got to do it. Go ahead.
Who was on the bubble? Who didn't make the cut?
Oh, the bubble was hard, man, because I had to leave Brad Peters off the list, man.
Oh, you left Peters off the list.
Yeah, like I really needed him to be on the list, but I was like, who am I going to take off? Like, do I take your brother off? Probably not. Like, it was just so hard, man. Like, Brad Peters is a monster, an absolute menace.
So I had a tie for 11. I had a tie for 11. I couldn't literally decide, so I copped out. So I had Eric and I had Dave Bernard at 11.
I was about to say, where the fuck is Eric LaPlante, baby? The
Listen,
hell?
man. Listen, again, Eric is, although he's got the trigger, it's again in our game he shot great, but it's the consistency. Again, my shooters got to be consistent, and I think everybody on this list, I think minus one, who I'm going to keep to myself,
All right.
and it's not even family because I'll fuck Anthony. Um,
Fair, fair.
but there is one person on this list who I probably would say is not consistent, and I'll tell you they are six or below.
Okay. All right. Well, looks like we got to rewind the footage.
But
Got to rewind the footage.
so I had Eric and Dave Bernard, and then I had Brad Patenia at 12.
That's a good one too. Dave Bernard too, man. Damn. That's another
It was
good
tough,
one.
man. Like I said, man, the Michigan guys were so hard to rank, and Austin Willis, man, when he got his opportunities, although it wasn't a lot because he was setting up the other two, that man played great too. So, but Austin was doing a lot of parking, as I call it.
Yeah, I mean, if we extended the list to 15, I think Austin makes it at 15.
But and again, another interesting one for Michigan was Genre.
Mm-hmm.
Genre doesn't shoot a lot from the outside, but man, the guy just works his car again. And then I think the other one I really had, truthfully, was Carl from Seattle.
He's so good inside.
So Carl,
No homo.
it's whirly ball, all the homo.
You know what?
Carl.
No pause. Resume. You're absolutely right. You're right.
No lube.
Right.
No lube.
Without question. Without question.
Aggressive. That's how we like it here on the East Coast edition.
Hell yeah, where we keeps it real.
Real.
No protection, okay? So you had one more homework assignment, Chill, before we wrap it up.
I got two answers.
I told you to make a team, bro.
I did. I got two teams.
How you gonna make two teams? No, I don't want to hear no 2-team bullshit.
No. It's the real edition. I'm still a member of this. I can make some rules too.
Listen, man.
I get one. One is heartfelt, and then the other one's my legit team.
Okay, heartfelt. All right,
it's heartfelt.
Let's spew off the heartfelt squad.
The heartfelt squad is Chili Ola, Anthony Ola, Billy Ola, Johnny Ola, and then the only person I think in whirly ball that could play with 4 Olas and not go crazy, Jeremy.
I'm glad you're speaking from the heart.
That's the heartfelt team.
Okay. I'll let that one slide.
I don't know if I'll get the opportunity again to play with the other 2 older Olas, but that one's heartfelt.
I respect it. I'll let that one slide. So again, the other squad I asked you to put together. Remember, these are guys that you play with, no matter how good, quote unquote, they are, but guys that you feel like you would mesh with, win with, and ultimately have fucking fun. Because that's what the game is about. Just have a little fun out there.
I have fun when I'm winning. So
oh man, let me guess. Joe Tiffany, James Gill.
There you go. There you go. You got 2 right.
Brad Peters and Barrett Davis.
Now wait. Now I do got a question for the list. Is it current players or am I allowed to go back in time?
Current.
It's got to be current.
Now, if you want to throw in a retro pick.
I do got a retro.
Okay, yeah, throw in a little retro because we got to respect the people that paved the way. So by all means, go right ahead.
All right. So I got me as the captain.
So wait. Before we go, because I've already spoiled 2 of them. So we'll go one by one. Okay, so we can fill out the roster. All right, yeah. We can fill out the roster. So you and I are captain in this squad. Okay, yeah. And your first overall pick would go to whom?
My first overall pick is who I think is currently the number 1 player in the game today. It's one. Can't call him by anything else but one. Joseph Tiffany.
Well, since Joe Tiffany, of course, would be off the board and he would just yell at me the entire time on the court, I wasn't going to pick him anyway. So,
He's
you
definitely
know,
flying here.
that's fine. He can do whatever he wants. I'd love to have a few drinks with him and, pal around, talk some whirly ball, and so he can curse me out. Whatever, it's fine. But, first person's coming off the board for me is, of course, your boy Bolty. If he's number one on the offensive end, he's got to come to the squad. So me and Bolty are going to be pairing up to start off with. Got to go with Bolty on this one. So who you taking? Who you taking second? If you got Joe Tiffany, I mean, I know the GOAT's on your team. Is the
Yeah,
GOAT the second pick?
I need a guy to set screens, so I'm going with James Gill.
You gonna have James Gill set screens?
Yeah. I mean, I need somebody to get me the ball and set me some screens. So,
bitch, set me a screen.
Hey, I made that shot.
Damn
It's
right.
one for one. That play is 1-for-1.
That's the classic play in Cleveland. Don't ever try to steal it, by the way. It's bitch, set me a screen.
Eric LaPlante was there. He can contest. That was verbatim what I told Anthony. Yeah, I got James. I don't see how I can. I need goat. I need goat James. What me?
You need GOAT energy out there. You need GOAT energy. Well, speaking of energy, I need somebody that's gonna set me some screens. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody that's gonna occupy two inside. Mr. Intensity himself. I need Zach Joyner on my squad, bro. I need Joyner on the squad.
That's a good pick. Good pick.
I need it. Good pick.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Gotta get Joyner out there. Gotta get Joyner, man. Need that intensity on the court, bro. I need it. I need it in my life.
That's good. That's good.
Nice director out there, gotta have him. So who's third overall on your squad? Who's third overall?
Technically it's fourth if you include me, but third here.
We were captaining, so we're not picking ourselves. Yeah, we've already picked ourselves.
So I need a little bit of Michigan love. I need somebody who's going to play for the team. I need somebody who can light them up. I need one Jeremy Bennett.
Hey, listen, man. If it was a snake draft, okay, I would have picked Bennett in front of you because Jeremy was on my squad too. But if we want to differentiate, you know what I'm saying? You keep Jeremy. I'll let you have more Hall of Fame clout. All right? I'll let you have it. But
my team's all Hall of Famers, including me. Eventually.
That's including you, of course. Of course.
Probably not, but
so if you would take the old guard, the Hall of Famer, you know what? I would switch the game up and take the young gun. Me and Timmy can play together. I think me and Timmy could do it. Man, give me Timmy to light up a scoreboard on that ass. I would take Timmy on the squad. Out of all these people that we done routed off, I would want to take the young gun. Give me Timmy. I want to roll with Timmy. Give me the boy. Who's filling out the roster? Who's filling out the roster, Cho?
Now, so I had to ask, or again, because you said all time when you texted me earlier. So
I did. So we could. I mean, you can do one. You can do a former player, current player. Because I swear to God, if you're about to say Mike Wall, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth.
You better get ready to punch me in the mouth, son.
Motherfucker, dude.
I'm taking one, Mike Wall. Give me Shaquille O'Neal, prime Shaq. That's Lakers Shaq. This man made Clint Fisher cry the last time I saw him play Unlimited.
Hey, listen, man, if we're going back in the past, I would have to just counter pick and get Trevor.
I'm still taking Mike.
I get it. But if Mike's not eligible, let's say because he wasn't on the current roster of last year, who would fill out the squad, Chill?
All right, so if I'm taking out Mike, I'm gonna let you go with you. Let me snake through my list here.
Chill, you already know who I want to play with the most in whirlyball.
Bro, there ain't enough balls.
Oh, there is plenty. There's
Him and Timmy?
yeah.
No way.
Hell yeah.
And he
I'm
hit that no
saying it.
fucking way,
I'm
bro button.
saying it.
Hey,
I'm
no way.
saying it. No, I control
No
the
way.
soundboard. I control the
Hey,
soundboard.
no
Okay.
way. There's not
Nah,
enough balls
fam.
on the
Nah,
court
fuck you.
for
Fuck
Timmy.
you.
Hey, no way, bro.
Nah, ain't
No
way, bro. If you already know who I'm talking about, my favorite player in the game. You want to talk about intensity. You want to talk about passion. And if Joe Tiffany was in the background, he ain't won nothing. Fuck him. No, fuck you, Joe. All right? I'm playing with Chris Flores, and I'm going to have a good fucking time doing it. That's my man's. That's my homie. And I would roll with that man to the day I die on this court. Texas, if y'all ever got a spot and I can play with Chris Flores, let me the fuck know. I'm in, no questions about it. Put Flores on my motherfucking team, please. Fuck your Hall of Fame squad. Fuck Mike Wall. Fuck them all right? Me and Flores is about to go ham on these motherfuckers.
I mean, only one team's getting fucked here. All right, let's be real.
We'll see. Well, I mean, we won't see, but we can, we can throw it in an AI simulation and see how many times the squad would win
Put it
over
in
mine.
ChatGPT, all right?
Yeah. You think ChatGPT knows half our players?
Nope. Be like, hey, out of this list, who wins?
You know what? For S's and G's, I'm gonna type it in. It's gonna be like, I'm unfamiliar with. You're gonna pull the Shaq. I'm unfamiliar with their game.
All right, so for me here, I'm taking a look here. I'm gathering, processing, because I want guys that can do it all, right?
Oh, it's so hard to pick around Mike Wall.
I mean, it's a little tough. He's an all right player.
Slightly good,
he's okay,
slightly
he's
above
okay.
Average, I would say.
He's like Seattle's 13th best player.
Damn, right?
And he'll drop 50 on us next year.
In the first half,
yeah, bro, right?
Of a seeding game.
He'll literally take a 4-point penalty just walking off the court.
Oh yeah,
well, you guys only need 4 now.
Hey, wasn't this the cat that literally took someone else's scoop that one year in Cleveland and put it in his cart and stomped it and then threw it out his cart?
No, that was in Michigan. That was Brian Crosby took Tommy's scoop.
Brian Crosby. Yeah, that's right.
He took Tommy's scoop, stomped it out. Tommy was looking at the ref like, question mark? And man, Crosby literally did a river dance on that scoop. Hilarious.
What a moment.
Yeah, it was hilarious to see. All right, so I need.
Oh man, let's wrap it up, dog. Hey, you got one player out of all these motherfuckers, man.
Hey man, I'm a thinker. I'm a thinker.
Yeah, weeks to think about it.
I'm gonna get a little Texas representation. I'm gonna tell this guy he's fucking playing some defense, whether he likes it or not.
Ross.
It's Ross. I mean, especially after I blocked his ass 1-on-1. Yeah, you gotta play a little defense, bro. You gotta play a little defense. You can't shoot over me. You can't shoot over me. Come on, what are you doing against that team? Knock it off.
You just thought you were KB for a moment, and then was like, "Oh, easy money, barbecue chicken."
Yeah. Nah. I'll get a little Texas representation. I'll take me one Ross.
I got my Texas representation. When me and Flores light that ass up, son.
You got 2 Texas guys.
Oh, I do. Yeah, me and Bolte. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then Timmy and Flores are shooting 99% of the shots.
That's fine. Whenever they go cold, just give it to Bolte and get out of his fucking way. Johnner will just be the consistent team player, just setting everybody up. It'll be nice. But chill, this is a blast. Make sure you leave your feedback and such in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. When you're ready for NFL, come on over to the DFS Deli, our other podcast, to talk anything NFL related. And until we come up with a fun, interesting, and engaging topic for next time, chill, I think that'll do it, man. Any closing thoughts before we head on out?
Yeah, I mean, we can put it in the chat. Whose list won? I mean, we can see what the community says.
Oh, I'm just gonna get bashed. I don't fucking care.
Also, if we would have had a little more time here, we could have did the poll of We talked about it. We talked about it at nationals, but older siblings versus younger siblings.
That sounds like another show, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like a game that just needs to happen at nationals on an open court. Us younger folk would whip that ass, but I mean, I got the guy. I got fucking Superman on my team, and I got Slim. I'm ready
Yeah,
to go.
you do get the Reaper.
I do get the reap. So, yeah, man, I think that game would be highly entertaining.
All right, you want to do younger versus older siblings? I want to do black versus girls.
Ooh, hold on, wait a minute. So hold on. Ooh, that would be entertaining.
I think so. We're just dogging Christy, right?
That's when Cheryl light him up.
Cheryl!
Oh!
I just need one person to stay on freaking George's wife, and we cool. Me and Carl is just gonna dog Christy and fucking and just let it rip from there. Just let Austin go to work 1-on-1 down low. We should be cool.
I mean, with it going back to Seattle, you may have a little more women representation on their end as well. So that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, but we won't have more black representation. So, I mean, what the fuck?
Now you may get one, and we'll actually call him Joseph. He played a long time ago. His name was Joseph Tinsley.
Well,
we actually called him Joseph, but we have to call Joe Tiffany.
Well, if he wants to come and play, that makes 5 because right now our 5th is Chiquan. So
Chiquan?
Yeah, man. Black and yellow.
Man,
black and yellow.
The yellow team don't need black.
Well, they got a full squad. What the fuck? They got 5 Asians?
They're probably close, right? So we got Sam, we got Batenya, Chiquan, Steve ? Steve, are you Asian? Somebody put it in the chat.
On that note, thanks for everybody for listening. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Oh my God.